Fight man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
All right, man, let's talk a little boxing. Here, Mikey Garcia is probably going to fight Pacquiao, court to Robert, but we'll get to his quotes that he gave to Fight Hub. You got Marco's got getting people to get interviews out here. He's trying to be on Fight Hype-ish, but, hey, look, if I do an interview and, somebody else like Fight Hype want to pick it up, hell no. They better pay me some racks. And I ain't got no issue with Fight Hype. I do an interview, I'm doing it for me. You got these little YouTubers, they got small pages, and they work for the big channels. Or, they got a small podcast. You ain't gonna never get where you want to be by doing that. Keep that shit for yourself, and get access for yourself, because eventually you're gonna want to grow. Unless they paying you racks on racks on racks, and then those interviews aren't even gonna amount to $1,000. You better get them racks. But then again, a lot of these people, they do it on the humbug, or they do it for the low just to get the access. You know what I'm saying? Get your shit off the ground. There ain't no shot at nobody, but, But, let's continue on, man. And, sorry for Devin and Ryan and, Eddie out here talking. And basically, it sounds like the zone, and I'm just insinuating that. That's my opinion. It sounds like the zone is pushing for Devin and Ryan Garcia, okay? And Eddie Hearn, Ryan Garcia refused to fight Devin Haney, so we fight Linares, and they made Garcia Fortuna. No problem. As long as we get the fight we want at the end. If they are good enough to come through, let's just get it made in September, October. So basically, he was talking to, Akrock, Barack, whatever their name is. And basically said, they won't make that fight, and Zone should force that fight. Because there was some issues with, Ryan Garcia. He didn't want to fight Hybrid Fortuna, but the Zone wouldn't approve nothing but a good fight. Now you're hearing that he can be fighting Teofimo Lopez down the line. You hear Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez could be something. So really, it's all about what Ryan Garcia wants. Fighting Devin Haney, it's gonna hurt your spirit if you lose your pride. But fighting Teofimo Lopez, you're gonna be retired. When you hear somebody at 20-something talking about, he know he ain't shit. Let me say that. He know he ain't shit. And a lot of people not gonna like, but he know he not good. Oh, I'm gonna retire at 26. You'll be 23 this year. Why are you retiring at 26? Why is a 22-year-old talking about retire? Because he know he not that good. Take your pick. Take your pick. Take your pick. You got Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Davis. You got Richard Comey, You got Yvonne Mendy. You got guys there. I'm going to retire. He don't want to fight Devin Haney. He can't win. But if you want to fight Teofimo Lopez, what chance do you got? You going to sleep. He got dropped by Luke Campbell hard. What Shorty Lowe say? The way he dropped, he thought I had a taser. Shorty Lowe has some great one-time. Rest in power to him. He said he from the west side. Well, goddamn. Speak out with my shit. It's cool. But, let's make it jump. Ryan, everybody know Ryan is a gimmick. Ryan can fight, but he can't box. People like, what's the difference? Boxing is hitting, don't get hit. It's full. You got some dudes that can fight. You got some dudes that can strictly box. You know what I'm saying? But, define both in one fighter, that's hard to do. At some point, you got to do both. At some point, you're going to have to fight, and at some point, you're going to have to box. But more likely, every boxer has to fight at some point. If you fighting in the prize area and you fighting real killers or real fighters, you're going to have to box. That's just what it is. You're going to have to fight. And what we know is Ryan can fight and Devin can box. Ryan can box and can Devin fight? Now his father came on and said that they just trying to hit and not get hit and not take as much punishment. You know what I'm saying? But if he want to gross $1 billion, motherfucker gonna have to fight. He gonna have to fight. At some point, he gonna have to entertain. And it's, everybody thought at some point you had to take punishment to make money. You had to be Julian J. You had to be Thomas Hearn. You had to be Sugar Ray Leonard. You had to be Thomas Hearn. Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler, and Floyd showed people that I can make money and not to take that much punishment. But the problem is you got to open your mouth. You got to entertain with your mouth. You got to entertain with your character. You know, and obviously you got to have the skills, and I think Devin got the skills. But if you want to be remembered as a fighter with legendary nights, remember they had that on HBO? He's not going to get it for doing the way he's doing it, you know. But, you know, that's their effort. Who want to lose their mind for fans? But he making a lot of money right now. He making $3 million to fight. So imagine he fight Ryan Garcia. Probably going to at least make $5 million. But with Ryan Garcia, he can't probably look at him. Legs too straight up. I remember Eddie Chambers, he put a tweet out. And he said that, you know, basically fight people that never been inside the ring. Basically, you need to get inside the ring and have an opinion. You know, and I've been in there. But that's not necessarily true. Has Bert Sugar ever been in the ring? You know, to me, you ain't got to be in the ring to know who's going to win. I think you have to be in the ring to be a teacher. You know, people out here like, you know, I'm going to defend Dan Rayfield and Copperger and them dudes here. He ain't trying to teach nobody, just, you know, reporting and trying to say win. But, you know, some people feel a certain type of way, you know, but I don't think that's necessarily true. Now, if you go in the gym and put a towel over your shoulder to try to train somebody, which we had some trainers that did that over the course of their career that I seen, that I knew didn't know how to coach boxing. You just tell how they fighters did when they were just getting by athleticism. I'm not going to say nobody's name. But Berto trainer, the first one, that white guy, he didn't know shit about boxing. I'm going to say, I don't know his name. Bang, I forget his name. He didn't know nothing. But at the same time, you know, it's a fight people want to see. And I think Ryan Garcia probably going to go for the money fight. If the zone had the money, it's going to be Devin. But I think he's going to go for Teofimo Lopez, to be honest. You know, that's not me knowing no inside information. That's just a hunch. But, you know, it's what it is. At some point, if Devin hang around long enough, he's going to have to fight. I think Floyd told him that. He said, some motherfuckers just going to close the gap. You're going to have to fight. And Ryan Garcia going to have to show the ability to box. You know, he getting by off athleticism. You know, off of tailor-made fighters fighting him. But, you know, let's move on. All right, apparently, Robert Garcia did an interview with Fight Hype I seen yesterday. Let me pull it up. Let me tell y'all how to close my window out. Let me tell y'all the interview he did. Okay. Hold on. You and I mine. Who are you calling them? It's funny to see Queen Latifah go from that to doing the Equalizer. Shout out to Queen Latifah. Who you calling them? That's what females rap was. Tasteful and beautiful. But it's called Fight Hype Robert Garcia, Pacquiao or not. Mikey coming back in May and June. Talks Virgil Ortiz and Crawford, etc. Okay. And my thing is this. Okay. He basically said that, you know, it's, how can I paraphrase it? He basically said that, you know, basically it looks like it's going to happen, but you don't know until everything is signed in writing. And I figured that Pacquiao was going to go that route. You know, I'm not spending a dime on that fight. If I choose to, and if it's in June, power to you. If I'm doing something, you know, I might go to Florida in June. I got a graduation open house to go to in June, and we're going to see the point. I'm not breaking my neck to watch that fight. You know, and at the end of the day, I would support Bud Crawford because he deserved the fight, to be honest. But still, Pacquiao holding up the division. My whole thing, if he was going to fight Bud, and I said this on numerous occasions, why not fight Errol Spence? He just got into a car accident. Y'all was saying, well, Errol Spence looked tired, and Errol Spence don't look as good as he used to look, and Errol Spence did this, and Errol Spence ain't did that. He didn't look that good. Look, if he didn't look that good, like Pacquiao team said and some of the fans said, fight him. That's my whole thing. Why wouldn't he fight Errol Spence, who had 2 belts, would have kept his belt, had a 3-belt unification, instead of go fight Bud for what? It just didn't make no sense. It didn't. Go fight Mikey Garcia. He probably get, I would say 30, 35 million to fight Mikey, 40 to fight Bud, whatever it was. Go fight Mikey Garcia. Go fight Mikey Garcia. I can care less. You know? We talking about motherfuckers that been knocked out, outboxed, questionable victories over one knocked out. Come on, man. And I ain't trying to get disrespectful in my blueface voice, but Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. It is what it is. Oh. Jeez Louise. But obviously that's a good fight. That's a winnable fight for Mikey. When I say winnable, I mean, how can I say? I mean, he got a puncher's chance. Counter Pacquiao. I think they sparred a long time ago, But I really think Pacquiao should get this buster up out of here. That's the way to retire. I mean, he fight Bud Crawford. People say he's the greatest. I don't think so. You talking about guys like Sugar Ray Leonard, Pernell Whitaker, who has some great resume. Muhammad Ali, his story is just the greatest. Sugar Ray Leonard, no. To me, maybe he moved inside my top 25. Because I got 25 fighters at least greater than him. Talking about Pernell Whitaker, talking about Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, Henry Armstrong, Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler. I mean, you could just keep going on. Bernard Hopkins. It's just a ton of fighters. George Foreman had a hell of a career. I thought he was a better fighter. He was judging mom if you want to. But, Mikey Garcia, I don't think that's a good fight for him. I didn't think guys like Bud, Errol, Terrence, I don't think those guys was good fights for him. I really did, because too long, too athletic. He struggled with Errol Spence's length, and Errol Spence's probably out of the champions, out of the top five. Who would you say the top fighters at welterweight? Who would say Sean Porter, Thurman? Because he, reached the top. Pacquiao, he almost beat Pacquiao. Could have made a case he beat Pacquiao. Terrence, Danny Garcia moving on. That athletic gap, out of those, the worst athlete is Errol Spence. I ain't saying that to diminish it. He's a good athlete. But, hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about Pacquiao and Manny. Mikey and Ryan and Devin. And, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal, description. Shout out to Ed for the donation. Let me know what you guys think.